Is KULR technology the hidden gem that you need in your portfolio? From revolutionizing battery safety to empowering the future of energy storage through carbon fiber, carbon composite, thermal conductivity. When we covered it in depth, it was up to $5.58. So, just for reference, that was a 378% increase from that $1.15 range that we saw earlier here back in early December. And I know some of you guys got in even earlier under $1 a share, which is amazing. Now, when we've been analyzing this stock, it's come down to technicals. It comes down to their NASA contracts, the Army, the Navy, the SpaceX, the uh, drone, Para-Zero drones. There's so many different reasons that KULR technology has gone up, and we'll get into them. Before we do, I want to just look at this level right here. This is such a key level that we're at currently. So you can see this is a previous resistance we established back in December. Resistance, resistance, support, then another support right there before getting some consolidation through here. And now that's exactly where we are. So what we like to see in a bull run is obviously that when we break above that previous resistance, we use it as a support and we continue up. Now, we saw this widespread market sell off here, and we're glad that it's made the moves that it's made recently, being up about 6% today, finishing the day strong. In the portfolio, my portfolio is down about 0.5%. So, I didn't actually get to capitalize on this. But what you can see here is this trend that was starting, right? It was going downwards and it was starting to look kind of bearish actually. And right here was when we said, hey, if it breaks this level, it doesn't break above, then that's an extreme bear case. And that is what we see as potentially just a pump. And we're going to see it get back to this dollar range somewhere in there. But luckily, that's not what happened. This is what we see. We see it break above this level, break out of that downtrend. Now it's consolidating. Now it's at a key level that it might be now acting as a support. And this is so key because when we're looking at the overall direction of KULR stock and we kind of look down here, now we can kind of see, oh, this looks like we might have some growth potential on the horizon. We saw it recently pull back. Today it was up a little bit. What if we got to previous highs? That's a 62% increase. If we get up even higher, that's over 100%. And the stock's still at $3.50. I think it's just under $1 billion market cap still. And so it's a small company. It's starting to grow. It's at a key level. And we'll see if it continues up. So outside of the technicals, we also kind of identified this level that was Fibonacci. So I guess still technicals. But when you look at the Fibonacci, how you do it is you go down from the top trend, this all the way down to the newest low that we saw back to where we think it could reach. So let's say we see it getting to this previous high. Basically, right in this level would be the purchase, right? So that golden ratio of 0.618, according to Fibonacci, says to buy right here when it reaches around $3.80 to $4 a share. And if it bounces up here, that would be more confirmation that we're actually going to see it continue up. So right now, still looking a little bearish, but overall in the uptrend, it's looking quite promising. We'll see what happens here. Market open. If anything presents itself, we will be taking advantage of those opportunities. And if you guys want to watch me trade live, don't forget to check out that second link down below for Stockmate. We have an amazing sale going right here at the beginning of the year. Now, when it comes to the technicals, I think it's looking more on the bullish side. If we look into the fundamentals, let's take a look on fundamentals for what is KULR stock. So, a couple things. We know that they recently purchased $21 million in Bitcoin. A lot of people say that speculative, it's capitalizing on hype, yada, yada, yada. I get it. But what we know is that Bitcoin has been performing better than cash. And personally, if you're like forward thinking about the blockchain and you've looked at the purchasing power of the blockchain right now, if you're a KULR investor and you see this move, you're saying, great, this looks like they're giving me every single edge. They're giving investors every single edge to come out profitable, to put the best use that they can find, put their cash to the best use, and that's what they're doing here. So again, we saw allocating up to 90% of surplus cash to Bitcoin. This is something they just did today. They increased their Bitcoin purchases to $42 million. So now 93% Bitcoin yield. So if you guys take a look, this is directly from the sites. This says, leader in advanced energy management platforms today announced significant expansion of its Bitcoin treasury. Company has increased its Bitcoin purchases for its Bitcoin treasury by an additional $21 million to reach a total of $42 million. So they just doubled their Bitcoin investments. Okay, so again, taking that excess cash, putting it into Bitcoin. It's a bold move, but you can see directly from KULR right here that that's something they're very adamant about doing with their financials. I think that we can all agree that that's a bold move. Whether or not you think that's the right move, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's the right move personally. And I think that most companies should be doing that in today's day and age, especially after the Fed announcement actually acknowledging Bitcoin as what is quote unquote digital gold. I mean, one time, I was talking to a CEO, and it was in a time when I just started to break into some tech, and I talked to the CEO of a company called Invisalign, and he said, if you're ever wondering how you can innovate, just remember that digital always wins. So if you can go more digital, then you will be preparing yourself for growth. And I think they're going more digital here. I think that's a great move, personally. So that's how that looks. Now, on top of just that move that was pretty hype, capitalizing on the hype, you see it everywhere. It's the main fundamental, but the thing that is not even really being mentioned here are the partnerships. Let's take a look. Maybe we could find like even more that have recently been announced. We know there's Navy, we know there's NASA, we know there's US Army with their Para-Zero Vibe, which is their vibration reduction technology that they're working with in the US Army for their helicopters. So I think it's, what was it, their Apache and their, was it Black Hawk helicopters? Yeah, so their AH-64E and their UH-60M. So those are, they're in the aviation space. I think the biggest concern with KULR technology will be some of their financials. When we look at their KULR technology, maybe you go to their website here, everything is very promising. You can see NASA, you can see Lockheed Martin, Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation. They have some really great products related to thermal management that are for extreme temperatures. That is part of why they're becoming a dominant player in the battery space, because of their carbon composite and how they're building their battery systems for extreme temperature. So they're doing well there. You can see KULR One here. This is introducing KULR One is a family of revolutionary battery packs that are accelerating the global transition to sustainable electrification economy. Some talk of working with Tesla. So on top of that, you can see this today, KULR proudly announces its plans to launch KULR One Space battery via launch integrator Exo Launch on SpaceX rideshare. So they're going to be there. KULR announced the launch of its innovative KULR Cero Vibe, which solution integrated with the NVIDIA Jetson Edge AI platform. So Jetson Edge, which is an AI platform, kind of similar. I guess you could say it's similar to like Palantir. They're basically integrating tech into that platform that, again, reduces vibration to virtually zero. So great for drones, great for aerospace, great for defense. There's a lot of applications there. See that This is the edge AI market. This is here in 2024 or last 2024 to 356 billion. And so a third of a trillion by 2035. So definitely in an industry that looks like it's growing. You can also see here that they're in data centers. That's where they're looking. There's wind powered turbines. You got Bitcoin, which they're in, robotics, aerospace. There was a great breakdown that I saw. Someone tagged me or told me to go check it out from one of our subscribers here. And I believe, yeah, George, I believe his name is George. And he was breaking down the KULR technology location of the actual where they're headquartered at and where they are and how. Well, that one says San Diego. I don't know if it was. I was thinking it was Texas that was being shared here. 555 Forge River Road. Okay, so that was it. So someone had pointed out that all of the companies that are in this area where KULR recently just moved into, you got like Lockheed Martin, you got a couple private companies that are right in the vicinity, in the same parking lot, basically, as KULR Group. So when we look from up here, see Airbus. So that's one of their partners. It's a space systems company. You could see their Airbus DS Space Systems. And then right here, you got Leidos, I believe it's called, or Leidos. That's a company that I think they're recently partnered with. I want to say it was Ionic or something like that. You know, that you got Nanoracks. Okay, so that's space industry, aerospace company. There's KBR right there, another space industry. So right here, this is a point where they're in a really prime location. We talked about how them moving here into Texas would be good because they could be closer to, for example, Austin, or to where some of the space industry is taking off here in Texas. So, you know, the location looks good. And yeah, shout out to George. That was a great call out on the area. Thanks for sharing that. And I really appreciate all of the resources you guys are throwing my way. So again, right now, technicals, it's on the lower side. Looks like it looks like it's about to break out. That's how it looks. We'll have to see. Fibonacci says wait a little bit for more confirmation. RSI MACD, we're looking at tad oversold. Nice to see that push up today. And we'll have to see if it really holds this line and continues with the upward direction. Because ultimately what we were hoping for was this pattern, that it was going to stay true. That would have been hyper bullish. So we saw it pull back. And again, now we're kind of on this this trajectory that is right at this previous resistance. So if it breaks above, it's a really good indication we'll see that continued upward momentum. But again, still kind of at a critical point. If it sells off, the next level for it to reach could be in that 328 down to possibly even $3 a share. I'll be looking to see if an opportunity presents itself, guys, at market open, when hopefully we see a little bit of a sell-off in some of these companies in the short term to near term, to maybe be able to buy in. If you guys want to watch me trade live every day, right now we have a sale that if AMD stock hits $185, so that's our new sale. It's a current sale. It was $160, but we've upped the stakes and some people got in on that other sale. But if AMD stock hits $185, then you guys will be credited Stockmate for free. So if that's something that interests you, you'd like to watch me trade live every single day, surround yourself with other traders and investors, get the chance to learn technical, fundamental, and financial analysis of companies in the quantum, AI, tech, and space industries. And I'll encourage you guys, again, check that second link down below. Love to have you there in our market live session tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I earned your thumbs up. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. And hopefully you guys subscribe if you'd like more updates like this. See you guys in the next video. Take care.